So, God first one was unashamed as I keep advocating for the fact that, once again, like I said in one of the last videos I posted this morning, once again, throughout doing some of these videos, I obviously do not dress the most all the time, spiffy and professional, or whatever you were to call it. Sometimes I'm doing exactly just like this, just in a t-shirt, in this chair, ready to make a video, and so on and so on. You got to realize one of my top biggest mottos of how I live my professional people personal life is that if I have to always dress up to talk to you, then I don't need to talk to you, or I don't need your respect, or whatever else. Because you always have to realize that there's just standards to have, and I definitely God first have mine. Sometimes I feel like just being relaxed and comfy and warm or whatever. Other days I feel like being spiffy, professional, and more official to, dare I say, I always got a smile on my face. But, in that way of to greet people as if I to fit that to greet people in that professional manner, dressed up, dare I say, to an extent. Pretty sure that makes all the sense in the world, right? Very similar to when people wear suits and stuff like that. But that's how I do. Sometimes I dress exactly like this, just in a white t-shirt. Other times I dress up in plaid. Sometimes you see me with a sweater on, like the one right on the back of the chair. It all depends on what I'm God first feeling and what I God first want to say, and where I God first am, and where I'm God first going, who I'm gonna God first be talking to. Because, depending on all that, I'm not gonna always just dress up. Sometimes I just want to be spiffy and official. Sometimes I just want to be, warm and comfortable. It all godly depends. So with that being said, I know my hair is looking way better than what it usually does, to an extent, and so on. It's like I'm kind of trying to grow it out to an extent, and sometimes, I just wake up with my hair looking a-okay. Sometimes I don't. God first knows. But I guess one of the top things I want to alliterate to everybody here is the fact being, like, I forgot when I posted this on my Snap, but I know I posted it a while ago, a couple months ago, probably back sometime in June, which is my birth month. I want everybody to understand. I posted on my story, and this was all about virginity rocks, dare I say, because they do have that clothing line titled Virginity Rocks, and God First Virginity Rocks, because I encourage everybody to stay virgins until marriage, point blank, period, etc. When I tell you that I talk to, a lot of females, that means in terms of everybody I talk to that is a female, it is of love, it is of encouragement, it is of wisdom, it is of inner peace. It is not me womanizing or whatever the word is that you could possibly use there. It is always of me giving all my little brothers and little sisters of the next generation all the godly advice and tutelage I can for them to go back out there into quote unquote real life to handle themselves most appropriately, most accordingly, especially when they come to me directly asking me for advice randomly wherever it is that we are, and so on. I'm not gonna just turn them away, for whatever dumb reason. I'm going to, sit there with them. I'm gonna talk to them, and I'm going to try what I can to make the best godly impact I can, whether it's even for 5 seconds on your child that I possibly God first can. How do I know that? Because I've been doing it for years. Once again, look at the video titled I'm Not New to Youth Development, because God knows I am not new to this stuff. I was doing it at Nice, and then whenever I go around Valley Ridge, I love supporting the kids at their sporting events and meeting their parents and just encouraging the kids to do however many sports they want to. I'll be out there to support them because I am their big brother ambassador of this generation, etc. So, yeah, as I was saying, whenever I talk to females, it is of that loving, caring, passionate manner of being, a role model to them, a big brother to them, a spokesperson to an extent, etc. And I want everybody to understand, vice versa with my brothers. It is me talking in the same manner. To set the example, be a role model, a big brother, give them the best advice on how to treat whoever, let alone treat females and etc. So once again, they can have happy, fluent, um, constructive relationships with the opposite sex. I want everybody to understand that platinumly about who I am. That's what a big part of what the youth development part of everything that I got first do and embark on is that manner. You know, it is about teaching my little brothers and my little sisters of the next generation of God first all age groups how to constructively go about their day, how to constructively talk, or at least how to do it with, like it's like I'm not trying to, control how they think, but I'm definitely trying to, you know, dare I say, juice them up on, better ways of handling certain situations so they won't land in whatever outlandish trouble and be thinking, why me? Or whatever the case might be. The biggest point I want everyone to understand there, I am 22 for a God first reason. God and I blessed me 22 years in life not to have this much of a passion for the young ones, for my younglings, of the God first next generation. And I want to God first always be there for them, to support them and encourage them as a big brother, as a role model to them. Because that's what being grown in my book means, is that I'm more liable to setting examples for them. And that's what I live to do every day, is set examples for these kids. So everybody can learn how to treat everybody of the same sex and opposite sex, and everybody can understand how to, once again, standards to have, not only on making friends, but standards to have on dating. That's one of the top things that I talk to both my brothers and sisters about all the time, is their standards on dating, their standards on their friendships. I want everybody to live happy, successful, freeing, prosperous lives, but you know have to have some type of standards and morality and character about it. And I'm just thinking, when I tell you that I talk to females a lot, it is not me talking to them in any type of womanizing, demeaning, inappropriate manner whatsoever. It is me strictly talking to them with love, with character, with wisdom, with kindness, politeness, and just guiding them through life, school, and sports to the best of my God first willing and able abilities. I am a role model to all youth out there. I am a big brother to all youth out there, and I want to always set those examples and help, lead them God's way towards a Jesus Christ salvation better tomorrow through Christ, which strengthens us all, etc., etc. And I want people to understand that, because these are some of the most important pressing issues. If you were to ask me, going towards my future, I'm not gonna stop. What I do with youth development. I'm not gonna stop going out there to support the kids. I'm not gonna stop, talking to their parents about, again, how can I get more involved in their kids' life. I'm not gonna stop giving all the kids as much godly wisdom and advice as I can, to where they can once again do better in life, school, and sports each and every day. I'm not gonna stop God first doing what I feel God first has set me still at 22 years old on this earth to do in some type of God first beautiful, traditional, magnetic, magical way, even though I just had to add those three words and they're just a random on top of my head added. But that's what I want people to understand, because I'm telling you, I want to stretch this brand out more to Bartram, more to Creekside, more to AC, Atlantic Coast is the initials for that, Twin Lakes, Fletcher, you name the school in whatever county. I want to spread this brand out to help everybody learn, build, and grow in Christ's name. Like I said, I'm okay with having a million and more friends, or whatever the case might be, because I'm NJ2TheCity. I'm a people person for a God first reason. That's exactly what I was built for, and what I was made for, is to help develop as many of these young kids as possible to their best of their God first willing abilities. I exist to help these kids out. I exist to try to God first work with their families on whatever we can do to once again improve the lives of their entire family as a whole, but definitely their kids. I am a big brother to the youth. I am a positive role model to all youth, and I will God first go anywhere and everywhere I have to have God first in every interview or whatever the case might be, about why parents should once again, let me in their child's life as everything I'm saying. Because I am definitely one of the best that you're gonna get. Look up and down this channel. I'm one of the best you're ever gonna get when it comes to what I'm talking about. Now, I could be wrong on that, and I could be right. It all depends on what you're looking for in, a big brother to your child, what you're looking for in a role model to your child. But I can assure you, no matter who else you find out there to replace me, dare I say, if that's even possible, / do my job for me, if that's even possible, whoever you find out there, they're never going to have the enormous passion that I have, the gritty passion to adopt every young child that I see on a daily basis automatically into my family as my little brother and little sister next generation. I am so gifted with this, where I promise you, an entire freshman class of however many, thousands or whatever else, I'm right there. Every last one of them. They are my little brothers and little sisters in the next generation. That's how I think. That's what I believe. That's how my mentorship and ambassadorship works. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to keep on growing to do. I'm not afraid of adopting thousands, millions of kids right off the bat. You're all in my flock. We're all one family through the body of Christ. We're all in this together. That's who I am, and that's what drives this passion to continuously keep growing and building this base is God for as far and wide as I possibly can. You're not gonna find someone else who willingly wants to adopt every young child that he sees, you know, let alone vice versa. If I was a female, she sees. You're not gonna find someone else that does it the way I do it. You're not gonna find someone that wants to adopt a whole classroom of kids, let alone classrooms of kids. Again, a whole class in terms of class of this, class of that. You're not gonna find someone else that does it like I do. With the swagger, edge, confidence, appeal, body language that I do. I do it out of passion. I do it out of drive. I do it out of charisma, love. I want everybody to feel godly loved and respected through Christ, which strengthens us. And that's what we got to do if we really want to, once again, make a true change in the state of our education system, let alone a true change in our communities, our everyday communities. Everybody's got to hold everybody more equally God first accountable, and everybody's got to want to work with each other on some type of community project to clean up our communities, clean up our streets as we know them today. So I probably will go deeper into this if I have anything else left to say, because I'm NJ2TheCity. I can talk all day. So, but for now, thank you all for listening, watching, and subscribing. It's me, your boy, NJ2TheCity, out.